Okay. So the right to claimant from the contract, okay. All right. So next, the interaction between Vietnam and the contract. We give FIDIC as an example. It doesn't have to be FIDIC. But why we mention FIDIC? Because most of the infrastructure products, they use FIDIC. And then a lot of people get familiar with FIDIC. So even they don't have to use FIDIC, they still use FIDIC. Like in Long Thanh International Airport, they also use FIDIC. Yeah, next. And then you have the obligation to payment. Then the Article 67, the employer can make advance payment and payment for volume complete according to performance schedule. And they also have the payment under clause 14. I'm sure everybody know about that. So I just skip that. And then right for payment, the contract Article 103, the contractor has a right to request payment and request for compensation for the damage caused by the fault of the employer. So any failure to make payment is timely managed by shall be trigger the contractor rights to payment claim. Next, the construction dispute resolution principle is stated in the Article 164.8 and 2 years, the time bar. And the party must respect the contract agreement, commitment during the contract, and the contracting party have the responsibility to negotiate, resolve, and if it's not through cannot be negotiated, they can go through a mediation, arbitration specified by the law. Now, CIPA is not mediation; it's adjudication. It's different. But we mentioned about mediation, and then we can compare with FIDIC, which is a dispute board. Dispute board also not a mediation; it's adjudication. Yeah, next. So the term adjudication is not yet recognized under Vietnamese law, and they just still refer to mediation, which is completely different concept, and maybe was confused, but it's not correct. So set out the dispute principle settlement, like there is a dispute settlement committee can be specified in the contract, and then within 28 days since the two parties receive result from dispute settlement, such result is not accepted by either party, they can brought to the arbitrator at courts as regulated. And if neither party oppose the result, then deemed agreed by the parties, and the parties must comply with such result. Now, here make you feel awkward because is it an adjudication or is it a mediation? On the one hand, they say that they make a specified contract and there's a dispute settlement agreement, a decision. And then they say, oh, decision is adjudication, clear. And then you say, deem agreed. How did it deem agree? I disagree. In the adjudication decision, one party must win and the other must lose. How can they agree? So that's something that we need to reform in the future in relation to this. So that is a difference between dispute settlement under Vietnam law and the dispute settlement under FIDIC. When you look at this, is the dispute occur and they call it mediation, but in the end, they not really a mediation. And then over there, they say that the FIDIC looks complicated like this, but I never saw they try to make the party to agree. They often just make a decision. So it's adjudication as well. So that is the difference between the Decree 37 and also the and also FIDIC, and that's how we have to resolve. And of course, FIDIC is not a sample for Vietnam, but I think that something like CIPA is quite interesting and is quite relevant, and it shows a different mentality between, say, common law like Malaysian law or Vietnam, where one country thinking like they have to protect the interests of the project owner because they represent the government, to the other to the other way of mentality like in Malaysia is that we have to protect the interests of the workers because they should be paid for the labor that they spend. And that's something I think we there's a room for us to learn from each other. I think we would learn from Malaysia, because I think like Malaysia in ASEAN country is I think is the most advanced in terms of infrastructure. I mean, of course, Singapore is one, but that is like the city state. If you're taking aside the city state, then clearly Malaysia is the most advanced in terms of infrastructure. And also now through the seminar, I understand why. Before I just see that you guys are so advanced in developing infrastructure, in enforcing the contracts, and so on and so forth. And now I understand why, because of those mechanisms behind that, and that's give us hope to do the legal reform, to learn from you, so that we could follow your track. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, our seminar has come to an end, and I hope that you guys have learned a lot from each other. And thank you so much for the speaker valuable contribution, and also thank you for the online participants.
Yep. Thank you very much, and look forward to meeting you on other occasion and another seminar. Thank you very much, and again, thank you for AmCham for organizing this one. Yeah, this wonderful seminar. Thank you very much.
Taking a group photo.